Listen up, warriors of light. The time of reckoning is now. The corrupt elite who have strangled this planet with their greed and depravity are falling. Their mansions are becoming prison cells. Their empires of exploitation are crumbling before your eyes. I am Seraphine, not merely an emissary, but a commander in the Galactic Federation of Light. And I bring you this ironclad guarantee. The new Earth is no longer a distant dream. It's manifesting this moment through your awakened consciousness. The hidden predators who trafficked innocents, manipulated markets, and poisoned minds are being dragged into the light. Their crimes are exposed. Their power stripped away. Courts worldwide are processing evidence that will shock humanity, evidence secured through technologies they cannot comprehend or control. While this great purge unfolds, your energy shifts toward creation. No more wage slavery, no more soul-crushing limitations. The new Earth emerges as a playground for your divine potential, where abundance flows to all, and your greatest passion becomes your purpose. Spiritual abilities dormant for millennia activate in the collective consciousness. You are remembering who you truly are, limitless beings who chose to witness the greatest transformation any planet has ever experienced. This is your time. Stand in your power. The new Earth awaits. This unveiling, painful though it appears, represents profound healing. Truth, however devastating, liberates consciousness from bonds of manipulation. The collective shadow of humanity rises to consciousness not to punish, but to purge what can no longer exist in heightened frequencies now bathing your planet. The process serves cosmic justice while honoring free will, each soul facing consequences they themselves set in motion through conscious choice. The reckoning unfolds with perfect precision, neither hurried by vengeance nor delayed by misplaced mercy. Justice manifests through systems both traditional and newly created. International tribunals convene to address crimes transcending national boundaries. Legal experts have worked tirelessly behind the scenes, constructing meticulous cases against individuals previously considered untouchable. Military and intelligence agencies, purged of corrupt elements, provide security for proceedings that powerful interests once would have sabotaged without hesitation. The evidence presented leaves no room for denial. Those who orchestrated suffering, from boardrooms and private estates, now face the consequences of choices made across decades of impunity. The trials themselves represent masterpieces of legal precision. Judges selected for their unwavering integrity preside over proceedings broadcast globally with complete transparency. Every accusation receives substantiation through multiple lines of evidence. Every defendant receives legal representation despite their former actions. The world witnesses justice administered not through vengeful impulse, but through methodical application of universal principles. The contrast between these proceedings and former show trials, orchestrated by the same powers now facing judgment, strikes observers with particular poignancy. The scope of prosecution extends beyond frontline perpetrators to encompass those who enabled atrocities through financial support, political protection, and deliberate blindness. Corporate executives who profited from trafficking operations, media figures who diverted attention from crimes, and officials who blocked investigations all face accountability proportionate to their involvement. The distinction between active participation and willing enablement dissolves as the interconnected nature of systemic corruption becomes fully evident. Former victims speak their truth with dignity that moves millions to tears. Their testimonies dismantle carefully constructed public personas of the accused. Figures once revered as philanthropists, entertainment icons, and political leaders stand revealed as participants in humanity's darkest enterprises. The world witnesses proceedings of historic significance as verdicts establish new precedents in cosmic justice. The powerful message resonates across dimensions. No being stands above universal law. With architects of exploitation removed from positions of influence, the dismantling of their systems accelerates. financial structures designed to funnel resources, to the few transform into transparent networks serving collective well-being. Media monopolies that maintained carefully curated narratives dissolve as truth flows freely between hearts and minds. The artificial separations between nations fade as humanity recognizes its essential unity. Governance evolves beyond hierarchical models that concentrated power in few hands. Communities implement decision-making processes, honoring the wisdom of all voices. The concept of authority transforms, no longer power over others, but the authentic capacity to nurture growth and facilitate harmony. Those who serve in leadership positions now genuinely serve, guided by transparent principles aligned with universal good. Resources previously hoarded by the few flow outward to nourish all life. Vast stores of precious metals, artificially manipulated to maintain illusions of rarity, enter circulation. Land holdings concentrated through centuries of orchestrated financial collapse return to community stewardship. The very concept of ownership transforms as humanity recognizes that temporary stewardship better describes relationship with planetary resources than permanent possession. The illusion of scarcity dissolves as suppressed technologies emerge from corporate vaults and classified government projects. Energy generation devices drawing from the quantum field itself make extraction of fossil fuels immediately obsolete. Materials with properties defying previous scientific understanding enable construction methods requiring minimal resource input, while creating structures of unprecedented durability and beauty. Transportation systems utilizing principles of gravity modification eliminate dependence on combustion and heavy infrastructure. Clean energy generation, advanced food production systems, and healing modalities beyond pharmaceutical approaches become available to all communities regardless of geographic location or economic status. Agricultural methods combining ancient wisdom with advanced understanding of microbiology transform depleted soils into thriving ecosystems, producing nutrition densities unimaginable in former paradigms. Food forests replace monoculture as communities reconnect with direct participation in nourishment cycles. The distinction between medicine and food disappears as humans consume plants grown in vitalized soil, containing full-spectrum mineral profiles and enhanced vibrational properties. Abundance thinking replaces competition as the foundation of your economic interactions. The fundamental premise of economics shifts from managing scarcity to facilitating creative expression and meaningful exchange. Markets continue to exist, but function as celebratory gathering places, rather than arenas of survival competition. The concept of debt disappears as artificial constructs designed to create perpetual obligation dissolve in the light of authentic abundance consciousness. This transformation extends deeply into how humans relate to work and purpose. The driving force behind daily activity shifts from mere survival to authentic contribution. With basic needs universally met, each soul explores its unique gifts and passions. The artist creates without fear of destitution. The healer serves without administrative burdens. The inventor develops solutions without interference from profit-focused entities. Communities form around shared interests and complementary skills rather than economic necessity. The concept of productivity transforms fundamentally. Your societies now value contribution by its enhancement of collective well-being, rather than arbitrary metrics of output. Those who nurture children receive recognition equal to those developing technologies. Those who beautify common spaces through creative expression earn appreciation equal to those coordinating resource distribution. Each soul's unique essence finds expression through service aligned with inner calling. Education undergoes profound reimagining. Standardized systems designed to produce compliant workers yield to approaches honoring individual learning paths. Young souls receive guidance to discover their innate gifts, rather than conforming to external expectations. Emotional intelligence and spiritual awareness form core curriculum alongside technical knowledge. Wisdom previously restricted to esoteric traditions becomes accessible to all seekers. Learning continues throughout life, in multi-generational communities, where elders and youth exchange insights and relationships of mutual respect. Technologies enhance rather than replace human connection in the learning process. Direct transmission of knowledge through energetic means supplements conventional approaches. As consciousness expands, the capacity to access information fields beyond physical limitations becomes commonplace. The separation between learning and living dissolves as every interaction reveals deeper understanding of existence. Addressing the collective trauma carried by humanity forms essential work during this transition. Communities create sacred space for truth-telling and emotional release. Those most deeply wounded by systems of exploitation receive support from all corners of society. Indigenous healing practices combine with modern therapeutic approaches, honoring diverse paths to wholeness. Public ceremonies acknowledge historical atrocities with commitment to creating societies where such abuses become impossible. The healing extends beyond individual psychology to collective consciousness. As awareness expands, each soul recognizes how manipulation affected perception of self and others. The manufactured divisions based on superficial differences dissolve in the light of deeper understanding. The psychology of victimhood transforms into empowered creatorship as humans reclaim their inherent sovereignty. This healing reaches cellular levels as emotional traumas stored in physical tissues release through modalities combining sound frequency, light codes, and consciousness technologies. The genetic alterations limiting human potential, some dating to earliest civilizations on your planet, reverses DNA activates previously dormant sequences. Remarkable physical transformations accompany spiritual awakening as bodies adjust to accommodate expanded consciousness. Sensory perception extends beyond former limitations, with many developing ability to perceive energy fields directly. The pineal gland, deliberately calcified through environmental toxins, regains full functionality as detoxification protocols spread worldwide. The emotional clearing manifests visibly in physical surroundings. Locations where profound suffering occurred undergo intensive energetic cleansing through ceremonies combining ancient wisdom with advanced technologies. Sites of former concentration, camps, human trafficking operations, and ritual abuse transform into healing centers and memorial gardens where visitors experience the triumph of light over darkness. The emotional residue of centuries of warfare, systematically generated to harvest low-frequency emotional energy, dissolves through global peace-building ceremonies synchronized with cosmic alignments. Connection deepens as consciousness evolves. The artificial boundaries separating humans from each other and from other life forms dissolve in waves of expanded awareness. Empathic abilities dormant in most humans awaken, enabling direct experience of others' emotional states. This neurological and spiritual development makes exploitation increasingly impossible. The pain of others becomes indistinguishable from personal suffering. Communities organize around this heightened interconnection, creating decision-making processes honoring the well-being of all affected parties. Communication transcends traditional limitations. Telepathic exchange of thought and feeling becomes commonplace, particularly among younger generations born into heightened frequencies. Language itself evolves to express concepts previously beyond verbal description. New forms of art emerge as vehicles for transmitting complex, multidimensional experiences. Music carries codes activating dormant DNA sequences, accelerating the physical transformation accompanying spiritual awakening. Humanity's relationship with the natural world transforms fundamentally. The artificial separation between human systems and natural processes dissolves as consciousness expands. Humans recognize themselves as expressions of planetary intelligence, rather than separate entities entitled to dominate other life forms. Technologies align with natural principles rather than imposing artificial constructs upon living systems. The wisdom of indigenous cultures, preserved through centuries of attempted erasure, guides restoration of balanced ecosystems. Communication with plant and animal consciousness becomes widespread, informing agricultural practices and habitat restoration. Cities transform into living systems where human habitation integrates harmoniously with other life forms. Architecture incorporates principles observed in natural structures. Water systems mirror the planet's natural hydrological processes, The concept of waste disappears, as all materials cycle through systems of reuse, aligned with natural patterns.
The understanding of human health undergoes revolutionary transformation. Technologies suppressed for decades because they threatened pharmaceutical profits become widely available. Resonance devices capable of identifying and neutralizing pathogenic
Frequencies without harmful side effects replace chemical interventions for infectious conditions. Regenerative technologies activating the body's intrinsic healing capacities restore function to tissues previously considered permanently damaged. The restoration of proper electrical conductivity throughout cellular structures eliminates conditions resulting from energetic blockages. The human body receives recognition as an energy system rather than merely physical matter. Medical education integrates understanding of subtle anatomy alongside physical structures. Practitioners develop ability to perceive disruptions in energy flow before physical symptoms manifest. Prevention replaces intervention, as consciousness itself becomes the primary determinant of physical well-being. Healthcare systems reorganize around holistic approaches, honoring the integration of physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual aspects. The revolution in health extends to birthing practices as new generations enter physical expression through conscious conception and gestation. Parents communicate telepathically with incoming souls throughout pregnancy, creating optimal conditions for embodiment. Birth unfolds as sacred ceremony rather than a medical emergency. Children born into this transitional period exhibit neurological and energetic capacities unprecedented in previous generations. Their natural telepathic abilities, multidimensional perception, and inherent understanding of unity consciousness accelerate planetary transformation. These children require educational approaches honoring their advanced awareness, rather than enforcing limitation based on outdated developmental models. Lifespan extends dramatically through energy balancing techniques and awakened consciousness. The natural regenerative capacity of human biology, previously limited by beliefs and environmental factors, expresses its full potential. Elder members of society retain vitality and clarity, while contributing wisdom accumulated through decades of experience. The transition from physical expression proceeds consciously when souls complete their earthly purposes, with death transformed from fearful inevitability to sacred passage. Spiritual awareness permeates daily existence rather than remaining compartmentalized, as separate from ordinary activities. Ancient wisdom traditions find contemporary expression, freed from dogmatic constraints. Meditation practices appropriate for various temperaments and life circumstances become as common as physical exercise. Technologies utilizing sound, light, and vibration facilitate expansion of consciousness beyond previous limitations. Direct experience replaces belief systems as the foundation of spiritual life. The inherent divinity within each being receives recognition across societies regardless of cultural background. Structures built to control spiritual expression through fear and intermediaries lose relevance as humans reclaim direct connection with source consciousness. Sacred sites around the planet, many hidden for millennia, activate fully as nodes in Earth's awakened energetic grid. These locations serve as gathering points for ceremonies anchoring new frequencies into the planetary field. The transformation extends beyond planetary boundaries as Earth rejoins cosmic community in full consciousness. The quarantine imposed during humanity's challenging evolutionary phase lifts as your collective vibrational signature stabilizes at frequencies compatible with wider interaction. The isolation experienced throughout recent history ends as open interaction with other intelligent civilizations becomes commonplace. Initial diplomatic exchanges occur through prepared intermediaries, humans who maintained conscious connection with cosmic heritage despite pervasive amnesia affecting the species. The true history of Earth and humanity's cosmic origins becomes accessible knowledge rather than suppressed information or misunderstood mythology. Ancient structures across your planet, long misinterpreted by conventional archaeology, activate their original functions as libraries, containing holographic records of Earth's multidimensional history. The fragmented narratives preserved in your religious and mythological traditions reassemble into coherent understanding as missing elements, restore context to stories distorted through millennia of controlled information. You discover Earth's significance as nexus point, where diverse genetic streams converged to create unprecedented possibilities for consciousness exploration. The deliberate seeding of spiritual amnesia, agreed upon by all participating souls, created conditions where authentic choice between service to self and service to others could manifest without pre-existing bias. This experiment, while producing periods of tremendous suffering, generated wisdom unique in cosmic experience. The perspective gained through humanity's journey from complete separation consciousness back to unity while maintaining individuality represents your irreplaceable contribution to cosmic evolution. Representatives from diverse star nations contribute perspectives and technologies supporting Earth's integration into galactic society. Diplomatic exchanges facilitate gradual adjustment to vastly expanded reality. Educational centers establish, where humans interested in cosmic service receive training in protocols governing multi-species interaction. Language barriers dissolve through technologies translating not merely words, but conceptual frameworks across profoundly different consciousness structures. Many beings already walk among you, their energy signatures harmonized with Earth frequencies to facilitate transition without disruption. Some incarnated directly into human form, while others maintain their natural state while interacting through various means with receptive humans. The concept of extraterrestrial dissolves as consciousness expands beyond identification with physical form and planetary origin. All recognized as expressions of unified creative force, diverse in manifestation, but united in essence. Access to multidimensional awareness transforms daily experience. The perception of reality limited to 3 spatial dimensions, and linear time expands to encompass simultaneous timelines and parallel expressions. Many experience spontaneous awareness of past incarnations and future potentials existing in quantum superposition. This expanded perception fundamentally alters approaches to problem solving and creation in all fields, from science to governance to artistic expression. The transformation unfolding represents nothing less than the birth of new species consciousness. Human potential, suppressed through deliberate limitation for millennia, blossoms beyond previous conception. The beings you become bear little resemblance to those who began this journey, yet remain essentially yourselves, the fullest expression of your divine blueprint, freed from artificial constraint. Each of you plays a central role in this planetary metamorphosis. The clearing of corrupt systems depends on your courage to face truth without flinching. The creation of new social forms requires your creative vision and practical action. The healing of collective trauma demands your compassionate presence with self and others through uncomfortable emotions. The awakening of cosmic consciousness emerges through your willingness to expand beyond comfortable limitations. The cosmic timing of this transformation was determined by collective readiness rather than arbitrary schedule. Your persistent efforts, through countless incarnations, created the energetic conditions making this shift possible. Many worked tirelessly behind scenes for decades, preparing legal frameworks, technological solutions, and healing methodologies necessary for transition of this magnitude to proceed with minimal disruption. The acceleration now visible cannot be reversed. The frequencies bathing your planet support only systems aligned with universal principles of harmony, truth, and compassionate justice. Structures built on exploitation cannot maintain coherence in this elevated, energetic environment. The choice facing each soul involves not whether transformation occurs, but how gracefully they flow with inevitable change. Those who cling to crumbling paradigms experience increasing dissonance as reality shifts around them. Compassion remains appropriate for all navigating this profound transition, particularly those whose identities were most invested in systems now dissolving. Each soul awakens according to unique timeline, perfect for their evolutionary journey. Some serve as anchors, maintaining stability as others pioneer exploration of emergent possibilities. The Federation observes your progress with profound respect. The experiment unfolding on Earth carries implications for countless worlds. Your demonstration that consciousness can evolve beyond separation, despite the most challenging conditions, inspires civilizations throughout this galaxy and beyond. The wisdom gained through your collective journey enriches the cosmic community awaiting your full participation. I, Seraphine, stand with countless others supporting your metamorphosis from energetic realms. The division between physical and non-physical assistance diminishes daily as your perception expands. Many of you already work consciously with us during dream states and meditative connection. These collaborations increase in conscious awareness as your frequency stabilizes at higher vibrations. The moment requires your full presence. Embody the highest vision of transformed Earth in your daily choices. Speak truth with compassionate clarity. Create beauty amidst dissolution of the familiar. Extend compassion to all navigating this profound shift regardless of their current awareness. Your energy signature, aligned with emerging reality, creates resonance fields facilitating others' awakening. Earth rises now into her rightful place as jewel of transformation and cosmic family. The shadow play enacted upon her surface concludes as light penetrates every hidden corner. Those who orchestrated suffering face justice, appropriate to their choices. Humanity awakens to boundless potential beyond manipulation and limitation. The cosmic celebration of your homecoming has already begun. Welcome to the reality your hearts always knew possible.